Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Austin with Dreamin' Rotary here. So what I'm going to be doing today is showing people how to get really mad at me, for one, and for two, showing people how to actually get some stuff done. The mad part is people are going to get mad that I'm chopping up some RX-8 seats. The getting stuff done part is going to be showing guys how to get first gen RX-7s to fit RX-8 seats. So if you'll notice, I'm sitting in an RX-8 seat here, and this is what's going to partially make a bunch of people mad, is these seats are S2 red, which are kind of, what I've been told, a little bit more rare, harder to find. I wound up getting a really good deal on all four of the seats, so both fronts, both rears, and then the door cards as well. What I'm going to be doing is getting these red RX-8 seats S2 installed in this first gen RX-7 on some custom rails, and people are going to be mad about it. I don't really care because it's my car. I plan on keeping it red, so I'm going to have red seats in here with an eventual black interior. So I'm going to kind of get out of the car here and show you just the basics of this. It's not really that complex. It's just that you need to develop a system to mount these seats in the car. So I'm going to take a step out here real quick and we will go over kind of the basics of it. So if we take a look, these S2 RX-8 seats, these would have came in a 2008 or later second gen Mazda RX-8. This one is a full leather back, so you can kind of see it here, but you'll see it better when I pull it out. It has full power controls on the driver's side, and it also has memory positions. I don't know if anyone has done memory positioning seats in a first gen Mazda RX-7 before, so this may be a world's first in that regard. The main problem you have when you try to fit this seat in here is that the stock brackets on the bottom down in here, they do not fit well on a first gen RX-7, obviously, because it wasn't designed for this car. So what we have to do is use custom seat rails or use the first gen RX-7 seat rails to get it to fit. Now, I've done videos before in the past where I've gone over trying to get those Corbo seats to fit, so you can see that one on the passenger side. They do not fit well at all. The main problem is they're really wide, and even with a first gen having a bunch of interior room, it's really hard to get those things to fit. And I also have the Corbo dual locking sliders underneath those, and they still just do not want to fit. So what I'm going to be doing here is taking these RX-8 seats and I'll be putting them in this car. They'll be wired into power. The driver's side has the memory positioning seat, it has the power adjustment, and heated. The heater element is in it as well. And I have the passenger seat over here. This one is non-powered, as with pretty much every RX-8 to my knowledge. So you have to manually adjust it, but it does still have the heating element in it. And so what I did was, when I bought these seats, I bought the shifter surround from an RX-8 as well. And the shifter surround has these heated buttons on it, or heated seat buttons. So I plan on installing these just to have like the full capability of a RX-8 seat, because I'm a nerd and that's fine with me. So the basic premise of installing these seats is that you need to have brackets made, or the first gen Mazda RX-7 seat brackets. I have thrown away, I don't even know how many sets of first gen seats, because nobody ever seems to want them, and I have nothing that I need them for either. So these brackets were custom designed by my buddy Nathan. He runs a small Instagram page and doesn't have a Facebook page yet, but he's thinking about starting to make these under the username Down Under. He's on like RX-7 Club. I'll post some links here, you'll be able to find him. He has now made 3 sets of these same brackets. So he made himself a set, got himself RX-8 seats, made our buddy Phil a set. He's got RX-8 seats in his first gen now, and then I am on the 3rd set here that he's made of these. I will run over how these are installed here in the next installment in this series, so you can kind of see how these come together. They basically require a couple bends on the metal pieces themselves, and so I'll end up doing that in the vise over here. I'll bend the tabs onto it, And then once the tabs are bent, I will get them positioned in the car. And once they're positioned in the car, I'll tack weld the seat to these, and then have to actually put a bead and weld the seat bracket to this bracket. Then I'll probably just put some paint on these. We'll call it a day, bolt it in, and be good for the rest of indefinitely, basically. So that is the basic introduction as to what's going to be happening here. So what I'll be doing is doing this video set in an installment of at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 episodes, basically, in a mini series. A lot of people don't have an attention span longer than about 5 minutes. That's about where I'm at right now. And the problem with that is that if I try to run all of this together, everybody kind of yells at me and says, why are you putting a 20-minute video together? Why don't you put 2 10s or 4 5s? And so that's what I'll be doing in this one. Basically, this is the introductory episode. Please feel free to look into the next episode where I'll be going into how to prep the RX-8 seats, get them ready for install, and then the third episode in the series is going to be the modification of the brackets, how to get the brackets to fit in there well, if you're using aftermarket brackets like these. Once you get the aftermarket brackets in, tacked welded into the seats, then kind of the final episode is going to be final mounting position, wiring, and basically just a general overview of how to get everything in there and get it to work properly. So the way I currently foresee this one is being in probably a total of 3, maybe 4 episodes. We'll figure it out together as we get there. So I think this will be kind of a cool little mini series. I haven't seen anybody do this on YouTube yet, and I know there's a lot of people asking about it, so hopefully this is a useful video for a lot of people. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate all the help and the subscriptions and the likes. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, give me any comments, suggestions you have at the bottom. I really do appreciate that stuff, and I try to respond to all comments, and I also try to post follow-up videos because a lot of people like to see that they're actually being taken seriously, and if I have the time, I will definitely do follow-up videos with this one as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. This is Austin with Dreamin' Rotary. We will see you in the next episode of this mini series of installing RX-8 seats in a first-gen RX-7.